Good morning. My name is Viv Barrett and I've founded DEOS Consultancy. My presentation this morning is on breast screening, and as a mammographer by profession, I have worked in the NHS breast screening service. The NHS breast screening service has been screening in the UK for over 25 years. We invite women from the ages of 50 to 70 to have a screening mammogram done every 3 years. The reason we do this is because 1 in 8 women in the UK will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. And what we're trying to do is identify small, non-palpable breast cancers. And early detection is essential. There are 85 screening centres at regional hospitals in the UK, and they operate typical trucks such as this. It's a 40-foot trailer. It's often placed in supermarket car parks, and each regional centre operates between none and 5 of these trucks. The reason we use these vans is to take the service to the population, so reducing congestion at our already busy hospitals. I came into this project with extensive research from a requirements document on how centres operated, and the results are shocking. In the 1990s, we used film and cassettes to obtain mammograms. Those films had to be transported back to the main hospital to be reported. We have moved on. Technology now uses full field digital technology, so you can see the images instantly in the same room that you carry out the mammogram in. So there's no film, but we do transfer images onto hard drives, and these are transported back to the hospital. They're often transported by key mammography staff, and these units, the units that I've showed, can be a considerable distance from the hospital, so this is not an efficient use of their time. The appointment system is not customer friendly. It's closed 2 to 3 days before the clinic is delivered, and a paper diary is printed. The paper diary is then transported to the van. So if a lady turns up on the wrong day or at the wrong time for her appointment, she's often turned away because the records can't be accessed. We print 1 sheet of paper per woman, plus we print the diary system. That can be up to 80 sheets of paper every day. The way that we transport this information to and from the mobile is variable. Often it is hospital staff, as I've already said. It can be the mammography staff. But we're also using taxis and couriers, and it has been shown to cost up to £35,000 per year to use these taxis and couriers. Now, that doesn't sound a lot when we're talking about some of the large amounts of money that we've heard about so far, but to an already strapped NHS, that's important. The only contact that staff have on the mobile unit is their mobile phone. So often they feel isolated, vulnerable, and disengaged from the main hospital. And lastly, on this point, the application software for being able to run these screening services is not available. So if clinical notes are needed for that particular lady, it's written on her clinic sheet. Often, this is done on a Post-it note, and the Post-it note is put on the clinic sheet. It's then transported back to the hospital, so if you lose that Post-it note, if it becomes dislodged, you lose that medical record. It is a headache, to say the least, to use couriers, taxis and hospital staff with secure patient data to be transferred back to the main hospital. So, satellite technology has enabled us to overall modernise breast screening units. We now transfer images automatically via satellite. This is a background process. The appointment system is now live, so when the lady turns up on the wrong day, and she will, her record can be accessed, and if she's eligible, she can be screened. Now, this is significant because we know from national statistics that screening uptake is declining year on year. So if a lady is turned away, she'll often not bother turning up again. She will be invited 2 more times. Clinical notes can be added to the lady's record at the time of screening because we can give access to those to the application software. The person doing the mammogram can add these notes in at the time of screening. This improves accuracy. We've worked with a member from the breast screening board to try and establish a paperless process. There are 42 steps in the process currently, and we have reduced that by 50%. This improves accuracy, is cost-cutting and saves time, and makes the whole process a lot simpler. We've also developed a MIS, which shows where the vans are, whether they're screening, and whether they're connected. This has been revolutionary as far as staff are concerned. We've also got the potential to revolutionise reading and reporting. Back in the 80s, when we started breast screening, ladies were told that their results would be 2 weeks after their mammogram. With the rapid transfer of images now, we can give ladies results that same day. This is a commercially ready service. We have already retrofitted 2 breast screening vans, our equipment, so it is being used currently. And we've also developed a demonstration vehicle. This enables us to take our service and the potential solutions to the customer so that they can touch and feel rather than taking a leap of faith. This is our DEOS MIS. So it's a web-based system. So with a username and password, it can be accessed on the mobile unit, it can be accessed back at the hospital, and it can be monitored by us at DEOS. We've got visibility of the mobile location. We can see that they're connected because it's green. The one that's red isn't working. We can tell the numbers of images that have been uploaded from the system and then transferred into packs back at the main hospital. So we know staff are working and that they're connected. This is a more detailed page of information, but doesn't have any names or dates of birth. So from a governance viewpoint, it's safe. But what we can identify is how quickly images are being transferred from acquisition back to the hospital. And this is a screenshot from last Wednesday. Images were transferred in 10 minutes back to the main hospital, which is pretty impressive because currently it's at least 24 hours. And this is our demo vehicle. It's connected, it's small, it's over 10 foot shorter than currently. As I said, it enables our customers to touch and feel the service so they can see the process and how it makes a difference to how being connected is. We're intending to take this to our national screening symposium, Mammographicum, next month. The benefits to the end user and our greatest endorsement so far is that we have got commercially paying customers from the North Bristol Trust and from the University Hospital Trust in Birmingham. And as to quote one of our superintendents, she said, "This is the future, no question," but she is a lady of few words. As I've said, the benefits to the end user, we have managed to reduce the screening process by 50%. Manual tasks used to be checked, double-checked, and checked again, and our service is purposely done in the background. This not only saves time on the van, but it's a massive saving back at the hospital. Staff can then be utilised efficiently and effectively. Money is obviously important. Our paperless process could get rid of 60-plus pieces of paper a day. There is no need to pay £35,000 a year on taxis and couriers. And the time to coordinate this every day can be saved. We're looking at rolling out a paperless working system. And for the first ever time, there is a reduction in reporting times. So instead of waiting 14 days to have your results, you could have your results the same day. We feel it is important from DEOS to have a first point contact, direct relationship with a trust. This gives us a customer intimacy. We currently run a subscription basis so that there are no upfront charges, and we take ownership of hardware and software. The future of the DEOS MIS has the potential of selling this licensing model to other customers who are not currently using our service. So this is exciting for us. The lessons that we have learned are interesting. The NHS does not do things rapidly. By engaging with superintendent mammographers, managers and staff who want to use our service, it's not the oasis in the desert. The financial decision is obviously the main one, but writing a lengthy business case is not something that a superintendent radiographer wants to do. Getting to the hospital chief executive, the National Screening Board, or even Public Health England would be ideal. But although we've used technology via satellite and shown that to be beneficial, images digitally are still copied onto a hard drive. And I've also been asked, can I have 2 satellites just in case one breaks? SSGP has definitely enabled us to take our business forward. As a small company from the West Country, it's given us our credibility. Our aspirations for the service that we wanted to build have been met. We've had doors opened to us from the Catapult Sprint, from the Knowledge Transfer Network, from ESABIC, from the Academic Health Science Network, supporting innovation in health, and from the Science Technologies Facilities Council. We now face a huge challenge as the next step. We need to get to critical mass. If we worked with commercial customers, we think we would be already there with critical mass. But what we are doing is working really hard to get a nationwide rollout to breast screening services. But we do need help to get this national approval. Once we achieve critical mass, however, the future is bright, and we can look at providing a rollout to the wider medical imaging society, such as MRI and CT. We can extend to other screening programmes, such as the blood transfusion service. Now, although they don't transfer images, they do need connectivity so that there is a traceable record of patient data. This is crucial. And then we can look at the European market. So in conclusion, I would like to thank SSGP. I feel very privileged as a humble radiographer to work with SSGP. It's provided our company with a step up to revolutionise medical screening. Thank you for your time.
Has anyone got any questions for Viv and DEOS? There's one at the back.
Thank you. My name's John Carstensen. I'm from DFID. My question is basically, why did you have to go for a satellite-based solution as opposed to one that was based on, say, mobile telephony and internet connections?
To be honest, we use both, but satellite gives us the security. So we have got these services rely on image transfer. And if your 4G or 3G network goes down, that image transfer doesn't happen. But it does with satellite. Yeah.
Joanna, there's a fine. Same question from over
Same
there
question.
as well. Any further questions for Viv?
Are there other screening programs?
Sorry.
Sorry, it was just a question. This is quite obviously a clear application for breast screening. Are there other screening programs?
There are other screening programs, and certainly that is something that we are looking into. But the breast screening program gives us quite a large challenge, and I think we're doing our best to roll that out, and then we will look at other screening programs too.
Just from an NHS perspective, to be able to have a multiplier effect of the cost saving.
There aren't many NHS services that are done remotely, such as breast screening. So that was the key for us, in that we wanted to provide that connectivity from a remote location. So quite often, other screening programs will be taken to cottage hospitals, that sort of thing. So they've got connectivity. They've all already got access to the hospital systems.
Could certainly see application in other countries where you have, not very well connected remote communities.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But the one challenge that we face then is that all countries do breast screening differently.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've probably got time for one more question if anyone's got a burning question for Viv. Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.